start with superstar Rajnikant.
Can I do that action?
Yeah. Oh.
I think you all have grown up doing that action of the glasses, cleaning the glasses and switching it around, and also throwing an imaginary cigarette, shooting it and landing it in your mouth.
Yeah, you also have the jacket, so you can also do the jacket action, which is very popular. Next, Ulaganayagan Kamal Hassan.
You know, when I was growing up, his films have made such a big impact on him. My father also worked with him in a film called Sagar. But I think Appu Raja is a film which, as a child, sometimes it was dark also because of the violence. But I really loved the character of Appu Raja, and he's really stayed with me since childhood.
Fantastic. Tala Ajit. 1 second. Let me finish and then we'll come to you. Tala Ajit. Tala Ajit. Ajit Kumar.
Ajit sir, wow. What to say? I think his style, you know, the way the human being he is, you hardly get to see him only. You know, you only see him in his movies. You don't see one picture, not one paparazzi picture of his. You don't see him coming out of the airport, nothing. And I think that kind of mystery is something which a lot of actors are losing out in today's day and age of social media, of paparazzi culture and all of that. And I really respect that how he has really created that mystery about himself. Apart from being the superstar that he is.
Superb. And lastly, Talapati Vijay.
Wow, he seems like he's such a good human being, you know, and every time you see his films, every character, you can feel his soul, that he's got a very pure soul. The last film that I've seen of his is Master, and I've really enjoyed most of his work, his songs, his dances, and just how simple he is. I've really, really admired that.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, RK, and thank you to Rajamouli sir and Nag sir for answering the questions. We have a little bit of time. இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் டைம் இருக்கு. I think அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு சில இன்டர்வியூஸ் இருக்கு. நிறைய வெயிட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. Okay, last question. Okay, உங்களோட தான் sir last question.
Ranbir. Hi, Mr. Ranbir. Here, behind the cameras. Hi, I'm Kaushik from Dinathandi's DT Next, and welcome to Chennai. Last year when we met, I mean, you had butterflies on how the film is going to be received in the South. So I hope that's settled now because Mr. Rajamouli sir is releasing the film. So how does it feel to break into the global scene with Brahmastra and Mr. Rajamouli presenting it, who has been the pioneer of such spectacles in Indian cinema?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, it's completely an honor and privilege, you know, to have somebody like him, a director that we all love, not just in our country but worldwide now. But having said that, I think eventually what really makes your film global is your content. And once the film releases on 9th September, we are hoping that we get the eyeballs, we get a lot of people to watch the film. We have the best of people supporting us. Disney from Hollywood is also really releasing the film in a lot of places. They're really pushing it. We have Rajamouli sir here, who is releasing the film for us in 4 South Indian languages. So I think with all this help that we can garner for Brahmastra, we have achieved. But now we are only hoping that the audiences also receive the content of the film, which is king.
Great. Thank you so much and good luck.
ஒரு நிமிஷம் சார், நீங்க மைக்ல பேசினா தான் எல்லாருக்குமே உங்களுடைய கேள்வியும் கேட்கும். We're just passing the mic around. Oh, you can hear? Do you want to ask? Okay, continue, sir.
Fans, I'm asking. I think recently in one Insta live, you said something about Aliyah and some fans were upset. I don't know if you know that. Do you want to provide any clarifications for that?
Yes, absolutely. Firstly, let me start with I love my wife with everything I have in my life. And what happened on that, I think, is a joke which didn't turn out to be funny. And I really want to apologize to anyone who, if I have triggered anyone, you know, it was not my intention. So I say sorry to whoever got triggered or offended. I spoke to Ali about it and she really laughed it off and she didn't mind it. But I do have a bad sense of humor and sometimes that kind of falls flat on my own face. So I'm sorry if I have hurt anyone about it.
Hi Ranbir here, behind the camera. Hi. Haricharan from Hindustan Times.
Hello.
So Brahmastra looks like the beginning of a universe in itself, right? So how do you warm up to the idea of Indian cinema building its own universe, you know, a la the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Well, so exciting. It's such exciting times for cinema in our country, of course, which has been spearheaded by Mr. Rajamouli sir, the kind of films he's made and the reach the films I've had. Of course, nobody can match him, and Ayan is trying to do something very original, something that naturally comes from him. To be honest, since 2013, I've been hearing Ayan's vision, not just for Brahmastra, but also for the Astraverse. And there are so many stories that are so rich in our culture, seeped in Indian culture, that like sometimes it surprises me that so many years have gone by with cinema, and we've hardly even touched upon so many stories, which is rich in content, rich in entertainment, rich in characters, in value systems. And so it's very exciting times, and just to be a small part in Ayan's this large, amazing vision is, like I mentioned earlier, is really a privilege and an honor for me. Yeah, of course, you feel extremely anxious, excited, nervous when a film comes out, and especially a film of this nature, something that we've really given our life to for the last 10 years. You feel even more pressure. Apart from that, I always believe that audience is king. You can never ever question them. If a film doesn't do well, the film is not good. It's as simple as that. If the film does well, it's the audiences who decide, and nobody can question that. We make films with a lot of love, and we only make it for the entertainment of an audience. It is for the audience, and it's the audience who decides if the film is good or not.
ரன்வீர், இந்து மதத்தின் மேல உள்ள நம்பிக்கையால இந்த படத்தில் நடிச்சீங்களா இல்ல கமர்ஷியலுக்காக இந்த படம் நடிச்சீங்களா?
யார் மேல நம்பிக்கை சார்?
இந்து மதத்தின் மீது உள்ள நம்பிக்கையால் இந்த படத்துல வந்து ரன்வீர் நடிச்சாரா இல்ல கமர்ஷியலா நடிச்சாரான்னு
நீங்க வந்து நான் கேக்குறேன். Is it your belief in Hinduism that made you do the film, or were you looking at the commercial aspect? But before Ranbir takes this question, I'd just like to say, let's keep politics, caste, religion out of films. Films are for entertainment. But you can of course talk about the aspect that inspired you to make the film.
I think the story and what Ayan was trying to tell through its characters, the kind of empathy, the kind of value system that the film was speaking about, yes, it's seeped in very richly in our Indian culture. But apart from that, I think it's the story of the film which really, really touched